NFL Week 9. NFL Week 9 is here, guys. COVID-19 is highlighting this week. Another week of more COVID issues. They did end up playing the San Fran game, even though San Fran came down with some COVID issues and all their injuries. And it showed on the field, right? Definitely affected their offense, except for the fourth quarter, where they somehow came back. We had a small play on the under 49.5. And San Francisco decided to score 2 touchdowns in the fourth. Right? 4 seconds left. They rush and run in for a touchdown. That's definitely a bad beat. Definitely up there for bad beats of the week. Luckily, it was just a small play. And luckily, I jumped on Green Bay minus 6.5 before game time. It was 7.5. I didn't love the 7.5. But I did jump on the 6.5. It jumped down. I guess a lot of people are on San Fran late. So it did move to 6.5, jumped on that, did tweet that out. And then also got Green Bay on a money line 2-game parlay. So hopefully we hit the other side on Sunday. Last week wasn't great. Wasn't a great week 8 for me personally. I wasn't personally on the Ravens. That's what you guys may think. But no, I was not on the Ravens. That game was... really entertaining game, like we all thought it would be, right? Back and forth. You know, Ravens opened up and dominated in the first half, 17-3 at half, and then that interception early, that quick interception. Sorry, 17-7 at half. That quick interception in the third, and then the quick interception in the first. They were able to overcome that, which was impressive in the first half. But that second half interception, they weren't able to. Quick interception by Lamar. He didn't protect the ball. The turnovers were the issue, and he was the reason why they lost that game. He had a chance at the end, 4th and 3. What does he do? He runs up the middle, and he doesn't get there. I don't think it was a good play call. Lots of guys open. They should have threw the ball to the end zone. Take a chance instead of... You know, Pittsburgh knew this was going to come. Lamar was going to try to sneak and run, right? So why not throw the ball in the end zone? You had 4 or 5 guys running into the end zone, wide open. You know, do something that you don't think the team is going to acknowledge, right? You knew he was going to rush the ball up the middle. It wasn't a good play call. That's why they lost the game. And then, you know, Pittsburgh was able to score and come out in the second half, so you got to give them credit. But it definitely was a game the Ravens should have won, could have won. And, you know, a couple tough losses. They lost 2 starting O-line. You know, Stanley, they just gave him $100 million plus. And he goes down in the first game, and he's out for the year. Tough, right? You can't predict that stuff. And that's why it's always tough. Sometimes even when handicapping, you don't know these things are going to happen. And it does, right? So last week definitely was a losing week. I did go 1-on-1 on best bets. We had Seattle as a best bet, which I really did like that game. That was probably my favorite game I did like all week. I was sent out on early line, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. Overall, 8-4 on the year for best bets, so that's good. But overall, hasn't been the best year. But we're still hovering around the profitable line, especially with the best bets. If you're just following the best bets, you're obviously doing well with that. For more information on the subscription service, remember I cap all sports, systemsportscapping.com for more information on that. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into Week 9. Week 9, Chiefs minus 10.5 versus the Panthers, total 52.5. I got 3 games I'm going to be going over, guys, starting with this one. And guess what? Looks like Christian McCaffrey may be back for this one. I don't know if it's 100% as of right now, but it looks like he is playing. He's trending up to play. How much will he play? How much will he be involved is the big question here, right? 7-1 KC is looking like the best team in football. No surprise. We have KC over the 12 win total. We have KC winning division. We have KC coming out of the AFC. So hopefully that does pan out. I think it will. They have looked like, they're carrying over from their championship Super Bowl winning team last year. I say they're the best team still over Steelers. But Steelers right up there as well. They're undefeated. I can't, hide that. Carolina has been up and down all season. They had that good stretch of wins right when CMC went down. Mike Davis looked great. Teams have figured him out. Teams have, planned around him now, and he hasn't been as good as the last few weeks. So it seems like also, Bridgewater was having good games in those wins, and he's not as of late. Teddy hasn't been great the last few games in their losses, and it isn't gonna get easier here against a solid pass D in the Chiefs. Chiefs rank second in passer rating, guys. At 76.8% completion percentage. Not a lot of people know that. Just allowing 201 yards per game, okay, which is ranked third in the NFL. A lot of people don't talk about their pass D because of the explosive offense. Their explosive, solid offense, Mahomes and Kelsey and all their fancy, shiny toys on offense. You don't talk about their pass D, but it's right up there. It's the top of the league, guys. And it's a reason why they win games, and they can win games by big margins. The way to beat the Chiefs is to run the ball, keep Mahomes off the field. Everyone knows this, but can you do it? And people and teams can't, right? But that's the way. That's the pedigree. That's the answer. That's how you beat the Chiefs. Chiefs rush D's averaging 4.8 yards per game, 142 yards per game, which is ranked 29th, right? Christian McCaffrey will be back, like I said. How much would they use him? They can use Davis here as well. So I think that's how they're going to have to beat them. I don't think Bridgewater, since he has been struggling too, is going to be able to throw much on this Kansas City defense. With all that being said, I think the minus 10.5 is a bit too rich. I wouldn't be running to the window to bet the Chiefs minus 10.5. Sure, tease them. You can tease them down 4.5, 5.5, under a touchdown. I do like that. I don't like the Chiefs minus 10.5, so I would play the Panthers plus 10.5 if I had to play that game. And I would look at the total. I would, lean the total under. It's not a play for me though, but yeah, I like the Chiefs on the teaser here, and I would lean the under here just because I think Bridgewater could struggle again. Next game here, Arizona versus Miami. Total 49. Arizona's favorite minus 4.5. This is a fun one, guys. Miami's playing good. They're the 4-3 Miami Dolphins. Not too many people seen this. They did obviously make that change at quarterback, which I don't think helps them right now, but it does help them in the long run. The 5-2 Cardinals coming off a bye, right? They'll host Tua and the Dolphins. Now, Tua struggled last week like I predicted. I knew he was going to struggle, okay? They got lucky that their defense showed up, and then that the touchdowns, they had a couple TD run backs. They had the punt return. So that's how they won that game. It wasn't Tua came out and led up the scoreboard, because he only threw for 93 yards, guys. 93 yards. The Miami's defense was the story, and that's going to be the story all year round, is how good is that defense. They spent money on that defense. It's showing. It's showing now where the money was spent, right? No Gaskins in this one. They're starting running back. Their surprise running back who's been playing well, and that's big news, right? That's big news not having Gaskins in this one, in my opinion. Cardinals versus the pass, solid, ranked 10th, okay, with 89% passer rating allowed and 63% completion percentage. So it isn't getting any easier this week for Tua. So obviously against the Rams, solid defense. But I don't think it's getting much easier here against the rested defense. Dolphins secondary, was the reason why they won that game last week, or one of the reasons at least. And it's been solid all year. Last week versus Goff, they had 2 interceptions and allowed just a 65% passer rating. On this season, the pass D is actually better than Arizona's, ranked 4th in rating, 61.1 completion percentage. And this is the only reason why I can't be all in on Arizona here, is because of the Miami defense. I do like them off the bye, and I would take the points here with Arizona, the minus 4.5. I actually have them in a teaser right now just to win. Moneyline parlay just to win. So hopefully that does come through. I would look at the under here as well, just because I think Tua will struggle, and I don't think Miami's defense is going to be magical again and get all these touchdowns, or I don't think a punt return for 90 yards is going to happen again. They had a fumble recovery for 80 yards. That stuff doesn't happen every week. So we're going to be on the total under as of right now. And I lean the -4.5, but I do like them better on the teaser Arizona. Next game here, big game of the week. Tampa Bay -4 versus New Orleans. Total 50.5. This is an exciting one, guys. We got a big divisional game here, which I can't wait for. Battle for first place here. Saints already beat them week 1, but that was week 1, right? New Bucs team. We were on the Saints there. That was an easy cash. Things have changed for the Bucs. Bucs have looked a lot better since that game, and the Saints not so much. Saints look maybe a little worse, right? Tampa will get Antonio Brown in this one. Yes, Antonio Brown is back, even with all his problems. They took a chance on him, and this offense is stacked. So we'll see how this looks this week. It is a risk, right, to have Antonio Brown on this team. It is a big risk, but I think Brady can handle it. I think Brady could step up here and show Antonio Brown where this team could go. This team could be a Super Bowl team, especially if Antonio Brown is Antonio Brown, right? I think he can keep him in check, Brady. And in any little thing that happens, Brown will be cut, right? Godwin may be back for this one. I think he's a big help. And if he does play, that's big boost for Tampa Bay. The way to attack the Saints team is in the air, right? That's what this team is built for, Tampa Bay, to attack teams in the air. So I think Saints could be a little trouble there, but Saints do the same thing. They attack in the air, but Bucs pass D is very solid as well towards the top of the league. Total defense toward the top of the league. So Saints are going to have issues rushing the ball. Bucs are ranked first, 3.2 yards per carry, 70 yards per game only, right up there with the Steelers. And just their overall defense is very solid. And, I can see a lot of short passes for Kamara. Look for Kamara's receiving yards over. It continues to go over. So take a look at that. Question here is Thomas and Sanders. It looks like they're trending the play. How does that affect the offense? Thomas hasn't been in there all year. Sanders in and out of the offense. So how does that affect them? More weapons for Breeze, the better, I would say. It could be on... I do think Thomas comes back here, though. A lot of people, articles I'm reading, so that is huge news for them. Should be a great game, guys. I haven't bet this game as of yet. I do like Tampa to win this game. I'm not in love with the -4, but I think Tampa Bay could win by a touchdown here. I would like it more on a money line or in a teaser way. And, I'll lean the over 50.5. I would lean it. I do think both offenses can get up and down the field and score a little bit. We've seen Chicago, obviously, not Chicago. Last week, they did play Chicago. They didn't score much, but last week against the Giants, they were able to score a little bit. And obviously, Saints are a lot better on offense. So, I look for the over there. Leave you guys with the underdog play of the weekend and a small teaser. Underdog play of the weekend. We hit another one last week, guys. That's 2 in a row. With the Lions week before. Raiders last week. They come out with an outright winner plus money. Hopefully you're tailing that. It's not hard. It's not easy hitting underdog outright winners, right? So, we are going to be up and down throughout the year on them. But hitting 2 in a row is great news. Tough one this week, guys. To be honest, I don't really love anything. And I'm not going to even have a personal play on any of them, like a small play on the underdog. I'll lean the Giants. I'll lean the Giants here, plus 120. They showed some heart last game with that defense. If that defense shows up again against Washington, they can win this game outright. So I will be on the Giants plus 120 money line as the underdog play of the week. And I'll leave you guys with a teaser, alternate line, parlay. Let's do Arizona plus 2.5 and the Titans. -1 just to get a win. They need a win. They need to get back on track. I think that Chicago struggles a bit on the road with their offense, and I think Henry could run all over this Bears defense. Yeah, so Titans -1, Arizona plus 2.5. You can get that around -110, -113. Shop around for that. All right, guys, that will do it for Week 9 video. Like I always say, please like, subscribe. If you haven't already, feel free to comment as well. All right, guys, like I always say, enjoy the week, bet smart, and know your limits. Take care.